Check it out. I'm going to call leads. All I did was open our CRM, click start to call. This is the next lead that popped up. 3 times, hang up. I'm going to call it once more, and then I'm going to send a quick text. All right. Next lead, day in the life of a closer.
You've reached the yard.
I'm going to call once more. Next lead. Dude, if you just sit down and dial, you should be able to hit KPIs. No freaking problem. Send a text to everybody.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
I'm just going to rip through calls. Let's just keep going. Due to health issues. Let's go, Kathleen.
Sorry, the mailbox.
Dude, I get excited. They just need to answer, and we got them.
Sorry, the mailbox is.
Hello.
Hey, Daryl, this is Eric with Prime Partner Home Buyers. How you doing today?
Good.
Good. Glad to hear that. I'm reaching out to you about Queen Road.
Yeah.
It looks like you had spoke with a referral company that we work with, and they had sent over the information saying that you were potentially interested in maybe hearing an offer.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Well, how's your day going so far?
Good.
I'm glad to hear that. Well, my name is, again, I don't know if you caught it in the beginning, but my name's Eric with Prime Partner Home Buyers. The reason I'm reaching out is we're looking to possibly acquire a few more properties in the area. Usually when we acquire something, it's either to fix and flip it or maybe keep it as a rental. So what'll happen here on this call, and I won't take up too much of your time. I know you probably get a ton of these phone calls.
True.
Do you really? Let me ask you this though, Daryl. Am I the first or the 5th one to call today?
I don't know. You're the only one I've answered today.
Come on. Well, I got something going for me, huh?
Yes.
I appreciate you taking my call. Hey, before we get into, and again, I know you're busy. I called you out of the blue. You weren't sitting around waiting for me, Daryl. Before we get into actually talking about the house, you mind grabbing a pen and paper? I'll give you all my contact information. Are you local in North Carolina still?
Yes.
Very nice. Cool. It's shown here in the notes that you're either retired or looking to retire.
I'm retired, but I work part-time.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I watched when my father retired. He was like, okay, I can't be in the house this much with mom. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So my first name, Daryl, is Eric. That's ERIC. My last name is Cline with a C. CLINE.
All right.
Yeah, just like Patsy Cline. And then our office number. This is my cell I'm calling you on, but I'll give you our office number, Daryl, which is 984 400 9847.
Okay.
You want to repeat that back just so I know you have it right?
984-400-9847.
You got it. Yep. And then the name of our company, Daryl, is Prime Partner Home Buyers.
All right. I got it.
Cool. And then is this your cell, Daryl? Because what I can do as well is I'll text you over my information.
Yes.
Okay, let me just real quick. And you're going to see in the text I send over, it just says Prime Partner, everything. And it'll also have our website on there. If you want to go poke around on our website, you'll see our team, everything on there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit submit on this right now. How long you been retired, Daryl?
Well, probably about 8 years now.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Very nice. What do you used to do?
I still haul mail for the postal system.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
My wife's one of her uncles in Danbury, Connecticut. He's worked for the mail system or postal service for years. He doesn't anymore. I mean, he's 95 years old now. Yeah. Is this property that I'm calling on, Daryl? Is this your a primary residence or is this like a rental?
Primary.
Oh, is it? Okay. Cool. What I mean, what I want to do here, so my job, just kind of break it down for you, Daryl. I'm an acquisitions manager, and I get the pleasure of speaking with people like you all day long. So I'm going to see if there's some synergy here for us to potentially work with you. I'll ask you some questions about your situation, your timeline, the condition of the house. I'll submit all of that to our underwriters. And then what they'll do, Daryl, is they will let me know whether or not the property actually qualifies. And the cool thing is, by the end of this phone call, one of two things will happen. I'll either, I'll go back there and they'll say, heck yeah, we like that property. Here's what we're willing to pay them. Or for whatever reason, it doesn't qualify. I'll tell you why. Okay.
Eric, you got a personal phone?
I do. I'm calling you on it right now.
This is it. I thought that was the office number.
No. The office number is the 984-400. My cell is the 919 I'm calling you on.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So this is my personal cell.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. How long is it just you in the house, or you got you and a spouse?
I have a family living with me. They got put out for the personal reasons. They lost their job and so forth. So I asked them to move in with me so they can get back on their feet.
Oh, that's great. What, you kids?
They have a kid, yes.
No. I was saying your kids.
No. I have no children.
Oh, okay. Well, that's already nice of you. How long? Let me ask you this: how long have you personally been thinking about this, as far as potentially closing this chapter, moving to the next place?
Oh, a couple of years now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You staying in North Carolina?
No, I'll probably move to Tennessee, Newport.
Oh wow, Newport. I'm haven't heard. Where's that by?
It's just over the border from North Carolina.
Okay. My wife and I spent 3 years in right outside. You heard of Apex?
No, I don't believe I have.
Okay. You heard of Lake Norman?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My wife and I still have a little lake house there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, the kids love it. We do a little Airbnb with it, and we go there when we want to have a little bit of quiet time. Let me ask you this, Daryl. Why if you've been thinking about it for a few years now, what's really held you back?
Some health situations.
Oh, for you?
Yeah.
Ah. How young are you?
I'm 73.
73. Okay. What you got going on?
I had some kidney failures and had to get back on my feet.
Ay. My man, everything you're mentioning, I can relate to. My cousin in his 30s, he was on dialysis. I think it was like a 3-year wait list to get a kidney, and there was on mine and my wife's first year anniversary. They called us all to go to the hospital and didn't think he was going to make it, but God willing, he was able to pull out of it.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Did you have to get put on dialysis or anything like that?
No, I had what they call a kidney burn.
What the heck is that?
I think it was like an over medication of the blood pressure medicine.
Oh wow. Okay. How you doing now, though, Daryl? You good? You sound good.
I'm great, man. Still work 3 days a week, so yeah,
All right.
staying strong.
There you go. Got to keep that body moving, Daryl.
For sure, buddy.
You know what I mean? Yeah. What so are you at the stage now? I mean, is all the health stuff kind of like past or
Yeah.
okay, good for you. Good for you. I guess what's kind of your timeline on it as far as wanting to get over to Tennessee?
I'm looking at probably the end of summer, thereabouts.
Okay. Cool. Very nice. How long have you been? So I'm looking at this property. It's what? It's a 3-2, just shy of like 1,700 square feet, Daryl?
Yes.
Okay. 3-2. It looks like 1680-ish, give or take.
Yes.
Look, you're sitting on just over a half acre.
Yes.
Cool. You maintaining all that yard all by yourself?
Yes.
You better have a riding lawnmower.
You know it.
How often you got to mow that thing in the summer?
Oh, usually at least once a week.
What's that, about a half day job?
About 3 hours.
Okay. Nice. Very nice. And then what is this? It's a 2005 build?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Have you already started looking at, places in Tennessee?
Yes.
Cool. Got your eye on anything?
Yes.
All right. How you looking to downsize as far as like acreage and stuff?
Way downsize.
I'd have to imagine. Yeah. I mean, I don't even have a yard. Geez, my yard, I don't ain't even a quarter of this, but every time I got to mow it, I'm like, again. Yeah. So what are you looking at? Like a single family home, condo? What are you thinking?
I'm gonna do a tiny home in a community.
What, like a 55 and up?
Yeah, you could say that.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Let me see here. 2005. Now, this is a single family residential, right? It's not a manufactured or anything like that?
It's a manufactured home.
It is. Okay. All right. Man, they make those manufactured homes nowadays, though you can't even tell.
True.
You walk,
They do.
yeah, you walk in some of these and it's like, holy smokes, they're nice. Yeah,
I agree.
yeah. All right, so I guess what I want to do is let's start outside of the property, Daryl. And again, I'm sure you've answered some of these questions before, so forgive me for some of the redundant stuff you've already been through.
Hey,
2000.
hold on a minute. I'm gonna have to put you on hold.
Yeah, go for it, Daryl. You're good. He either put me on hold or hung up on me.
He pushed you on hold.
He was putting me on a 3-minute hold.
Did you mute yourself, or is he listening in?
No, it disconnected.
Oh, he.
Damn
He
it,
got
Daryl.
you.
You didn't tell me, Tony. He hangs up on us.
Well, he didn't like the question.
Real quick though. You see how that beginning went versus the two we were listening to?
Insane rapport building.
And what did I use throughout the entire time I was talking to him?
Script.
His name.
Main.
I said his name throughout the. Now, Daryl hung up on me. I'm going to call him back. Let's see if he was.
Well, I think he was just accepting a call. You know how on the iPhone when it says accept and end and shit like that. I think that's what he did.
Yeah. But, dude, I know he's going somewhere. I know he's got family living with him. I got to figure that out. He's already looking for places. The health reasons kept him there. He's been thinking about it for 3 years. He's made his mind up. He's going. Like, Think about going into the end of a conversation when someone says, let me think about it, let me this, that. I've got all the ammunition. I'm going into the end of that call prepared, and I'm still going to get more information. The close is not the hard part. It's just spending time with them. And you saw, I'd ask some questions. I'd talk about the house. I'd come back, I'd ask some questions, and then I'd talk a little bit about the house. I didn't want him to think like I was interrogating him. He would tell a story, or he would say something, I'd relate it with a third-party story. Dude, there is a method to the madness if you listen to what they are saying, and I'm taking notes. Tiny home, 72 years old, manufactured. I got everything written down right here. He's got family. Like, I'm going to start just listing everything, because at the end, it's hard to remember. A lot of you, you're new at this. You're nervous. You're not going to remember everything to say at the end. So write it down so when you get to the end, you have it right in front of you. Like, let's not make this harder than it is. Hey, what's going on? I want to congratulate you for making it to the end. What does that mean? You're in the 1% club. No one else stuck around. You did. What I want you to do is subscribe. More importantly, comment below. That way I know exactly who you are and we can get to know one another. Every single week, by you turning your notifications on, you're not going to miss the sales training that's going to keep you in this 1% club. Comment below, subscribe. I'm going to see you in the next video. Let's continue to refuse to lose.